Hello and welcome to Parents of Twitch podcast. I hope everyone's having a great day today. I'm having a great day, and I think all of our other guys are having a great day. Welcome, you guys. Our special guest today is Imstryx. Is it Imstryx or Imstryx?
Imstryx.
Okay, Imstryx. He is a fellow streamer and fellow parent of Twitch, and we're going to talk to him about some cool subjects today. And as always, we have OutlawMyke down there, and then Wekizz in the corner down here. Yeah, there we go. So we hope you guys stick around and listen and enjoy, and we'll have some questions from the audience for Imstryx or us or whoever you want to ask questions for. So let's get started, boys.
Yeah, that's right. You don't have to just ask questions of the guests. You can ask those questions as well.
Yeah, and it can be random questions, whatever you guys want to talk about. You know, just not too weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Weird. So, go, brother. All right, let's get started. Strix, you were talking about. I hope you don't mind. For some reason, I want to call you Strix as like a.
No, that's fine. You know what? Strix is fine. Imstryx. It don't matter to me.
All right, cool. I don't know why I'll keep doing that. I keep wanting to call you Strix. So you're talking about rebranding, man. Oh yeah, Mike has a special guest as well too. So.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna end up muting my microphone here and there if she decides she doesn't like what's going on.
You're good, buddy. Yeah, talk to us a little bit about it.
Be careful, don't show us your breast.
Oh, almost.
Trying to make it a little bit
I saw it almost. We
NC-17
almost got a peeky poo with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk to us a little bit about like what because they can see your logo up there now, but like what kind of direction are you thinking about going in, brother?
I'm thinking about changing the whole logo out. Pretty much throwing away all of my overlays that I have now.
Oh wow.
Throwing away all my panels on Twitch. The whole it's a massive thing that I'm going off of.
Yeah, that's a lot of work, dude.
Yeah, so the only thing that I'm actually having outsourced is the logo, because I am ass when it comes to thinking up logos. No, I'm being serious. I can do just about anything.
Yeah.
Logo design, I can't do. I sit here and I'll think for like 3 hours straight. I'll be like, let's make this line, and then I'm done. Like that's it. I need to go.
It's like I think it might be purple. Can we make it purple?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe white.
Enough work for the day. I gotta go.
Exactly. Yeah. Time to do something else. But yeah, no, I'm just kind of throwing everything out and redoing it all. I just I just don't know when to stop sometimes.
What made you want to do it? You know what I mean? Because I mean, your stream and everything looks legit, and your logo looks really good. It's very well designed. It's like high def. It's not like pixely and stuff, you know. So like, how long have you had this setup that you've got now, and like, what made you want to change it to what you're trying to do now?
Well, this setup has actually, it always evolves. I think I would like to say there's something almost different every stream. Just because I add stuff, it's ever changing. But this setup, I think I've had the longest.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty happy with it. There's just things I want to change, things I want to improve on, I guess, like and just make everything cleaner and more personalized and everything like that. Because I don't know, I'm just not happy with it where it's at, and it can be better, and it's gonna be
right.
But
I think if you're not, I think if you're not evolving, like your stream isn't ever evolving, like as you said, it's like I feel like if you're not doing that, you're kind of like giving up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's the thing, and it kind of helps my motivation too. And it's just like, I have this brand new setup, let's show it off. Like I said, I'm going out with the logo, and then once I get that back, I'm going to start setting up my panels, my overlays, just making things more me and clear. And I think I think by the end of it, it'll look really nice. At least that's what I'm hoping. But
Yeah, we all do, right? You're like, yeah, this is great, and then you start to use it, and you're like, wait a minute, shit,
yeah,
that
that's
looks awful. That part looks awful.
Yeah,
Right.
nothing like getting on stream and your audio doesn't work.
Oh yeah, bro.
well,
Audio is what
yeah.
kills
I
me.
I don't. My biggest problem right now when I go live is my camera. My gain just resets for some reason, and then when I go live, it's just dark. And I'm like, okay,
That
but
is weird. What kind of camera do
I
you have,
don't.
by the way?
I have a Razer Keo.
Okay.
It has a key light in it, and
Yeah.
it's actually really nice once you play with the settings. Like I got it to look like this, which is
Yeah.
pretty good.
Now
For it
your
being
camera
like
quality is like when I've watched your streams before, it's very good.
yeah, I take I I take pride in like do that. Like it makes me feel good when everything is just doing what it's supposed to, and it all looks nice,
Right.
and I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to keep looking at it on stream or you worry about it. Just let it go. I generally stream with my preview off.
Yeah.
Um, so I can't tell you how many sleepless nights I've had just working on this, and it still isn't stopping. I got this rebrand coming, and then I'm gonna have to design all the panels, the overlays, and the whatnots, and we're gonna redo all my 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 extensions on Twitch,
Yeah.
my channel points.
Damn,
I'm
you're doing
hitting
everything, man.
Sub badges. I'm hitting everything. Alerts probably. I'm not happy where I'm at, and
Yeah.
I just want to clear the slate and push. Just go for gold.
Well, man, look, that's what you got to do. It's you're if you're ever evolving and you're trying to improve yourself, I don't think anybody can fault you for that. You know what I mean? Because you're trying to
No.
just make yourself better, and people will see that you're trying to do that. They'll see like, oh my God, look at all this new stuff that he did. He must have put a ton of work into this. I blame Wekizz for all the people having to do all the nice stuff on their streams because he does all this crazy stuff, and it's
That's
like
right.
Oh,
they're like,
Blame the
damn,
wizard.
I gotta get my game up. I gotta get my stream game up, bro.
It's the wizard's fault with all its devil magic.
Yeah, that's all that devil magic, bro.
Yeah.
But all right, let's see. What else we got?
I have a question.
Go for it, Wekizz.
How often do you hear from viewers that they say like your overlay looks amazing, good, bad, anything?
Not as much as I'd like.
Oh, okay. I see.
I hear it more from like you guys or my buddy that watches my streams and stuff, and and it's just like nah, it. I would like to think that they think that and they just don't say it.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I'm not saying I'm not trying to be like the viewers ain't telling me I'm looking good. No, that's not it. It's just like, one I probably hear it maybe once in a great while from a random viewer. But every time I do it, it makes me happy. I'm like, "Oh, hey, I'm doing good. We're doing it." Uh but it's just yeah, I'm not saying I'm not grateful for the comments I do get, but it's just like the expectation versus the reality of it.
Yep. You
And
know
then
what?
you got to come to realize that. And that's just with streaming in a whole. The
Exactly.
expectation versus reality is something we all got to come to terms with.
You just gotta
And,
deal with that. Yeah, because it's
Exactly.
never gonna be what you truly want it to be.
Right.
But what I do, see, this is what I like to do. I like to look at my old highlights, dude, and like I'll look at my stream setup then versus now, and I'm just like, oh my God, that was awful.
Right.
That looked awful back then.
That's where I
Yeah.
lack. I never review footage. Like, just never. And it's not for lack of knowing that I need to or that I should. It's just I'm a procrastinator.
It's
Got
hard to
everything else
do.
do.
It's hard to do,
Got
bro.
everything else.
Because like you listen to yourself talk, and you're like, ugh, do I really sound like that?
No,
God.
Oh,
guys,
yeah,
I
yeah,
did
listen
what
to
I
yourself
want to
talk.
tell.
It's awful, right? You're like, and you
Oh
like
my
look at
God.
yourself, and you're like, Jesus, I am ugly, man. What is going
Right, yeah,
on
I'm
in
like,
this
man,
area
like,
right
yeah,
here?
the camera's really adding those pounds on. I'm like, dude, I need to hit the gym.
I'm like, man,
That's
what?
why that's why I'm sitting here drinking a Propel.
It's like, what's up with my beard, man? What's up with my hair? What is going on in this this video, dude? But yeah, it's just that's my like I don't think I've only got one comment, and it was from my best friend. He was just like, "Hey man, your stream it looks really nice right now. You've done a lot of work, and I've never heard anything from anybody. But when I go back and look at my old videos, that's what I know. I'm like, you know what? Even though nobody say anything, I know that it is better.
Right. I know that I am doing better,
Right.
and that when more people come in, they're going to be like, oh, this is looking nice. I mean,
Exactly.
there's some people I jump into their streams and I won't watch them because they might be a good creator, and they might be, but I mean, I walked into somebody's stream. He had a half-inch overlay on on his whole thing, and
So it's like when game window is like this big, and then
just
the rest is overlay.
Yeah, it's 1/4 overlay, 1/4 camera, 2/4 gameplay, and it's your setup. You do what you want, but people want to see the game. People want to see you. That's why I don't think overlays are like gaudy overlays are as
Yeah.
necessary.
I think it's nice to see someone at least put a little bit of work into it, even if it's just like a minimal thing. And you maybe just see like a little scroller with their subscribers and a little thing. It's nice to know because you're like, okay, at least they put some little bit of work into it. They just didn't put a
Right.
game up and just start playing it,
Yeah, that's like mine's just a rotating feed that shows my recent sub, recent host, recent bits,
Right.
donation, and follower, and it just rotates like that. And I'm happy with that because it's still showing people that I'm seeing it. I know what's going on, and I didn't just like hit the go live button with a camera and whatnot.
Man,
But
can't count how many times I've gone live and then realized I screwed something up, and then you're like, shit, dang it.
no, I'm like,
Whoopsie.
yeah, I'm really good at catching stuff, I guess. I just jump in at the right time, and I'm like, oh, hey, something wrong.
I gotta like get better at doing my pre-stream checklist. I think is what it is. Cause like I'm like yeah okay. It's getting late. I'm already past the time I'm supposed to be streaming. Then you start, and I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to do this.
Yeah, so that's me. Like, so I like to try to before I would try to do a customized notification for every stream that I was doing, and I figured out that that doesn't work.
Yep. Yeah.
B, I always forgot because like, oh, it's getting late. I need to go live. Let me go live.
Forget the
And
game.
then I'm like,
Forgot the
like,
note.
I forgot my title. I forgot my notifications. I'm like,
I didn't change my game.
Music.
Oh man,
Yeah, I forgot to start my music. I'm like,
Yep.
oh my god.
It gets frustrating.
And yeah, so I just did away with that. I just have the one notification. I just kind of copied like what XQC does.
Yeah.
I just did that. And I was like, that's fine. You know what? People are going to click on it whether they want to or not. It doesn't matter what it says.
Yeah, some words are not going to make somebody.
Right, because Twitch shows your engagements on your notifications in your creator dashboard. And I was like looking at that, and I get like, first of all, not everybody, only 60% of my followers have notifications turned on.
Yeah.
And only like 2% of them actually click the notification.
Yeah, it's really low. I've noticed.
First of all, I applaud Twitch for that. I love it. That's fine. I love that. But because it shows you your engagement with your viewers, kind of like that. And I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, you can get statistics, hard numbers.
Right. And it's just like, and I just noticed it wasn't making a difference, no matter what it says. It doesn't matter. It's pretty much what I came to. So I just use that one generic thing, and I'm like, go live, whatever.
Make a notification that just says, "Have a great day." If he doesn't click on it, well, at least he will read it and have a great day, you know?
That's
Right.
you know what? Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea, man.
That's a pretty cool and positive way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did dad jokes as my notifications, and then I realized I'm gonna run out of dad jokes if I keep doing this.
Go with mom jokes then.
I mean, I don't know any mom. I'm gonna have to ask my wife for some mom jokes, man. I'm gonna have to get
There
her
you
to
go.
write some down.
Usually mom jokes are like yo mama jokes, and it's different. That's a whole totally different avenue.
My wife's jokes like they cut to the bone, like it's like a shiv in form of joke. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Like
oh yeah.
it's like she jokes, and then it's like a ethereal shiv just stab right in your
You're
heart.
right.
You know?
Right, because she says she's not being serious, but you know,
Oh yeah.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
you know.
So
Shit.
speaking of Twitch, let's talk about platforms, man. I don't think we've talked about this in any of our podcasts, to be honest with you. But like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Platforms raise interesting questions and interesting ideas, um, from everybody because, I mean, we just recently lost the platform. Um, whether or not you think it big as it was, we lost Mixer and all those creators came over here. Because very few of them went to Facebook. I doubt.
yeah,
I don't. I'll be honest with you. I don't view Facebook gaming as a platform. That's me. The same thing with like
it's a
IGTV
social,
is not going to be YouTube.
right?
You know,
Facebook is like it started as a social media platform, and it's like I just don't feel like one thing can be all of it. It's just too hard to, you know what I mean, to retain people and not have like people, posting political crap or whatever, something, and
right,
it's better. I feel like it's better to kind of concentrate on one thing, and that's the gaming and the social aspect of it, not
right,
everything else.
right. And that's Facebook struggles on that on many things. It's just not this that, but no, it definitely raises questions because there's not just Twitch and YouTube. There are smaller streaming platforms that are up and comers. I know of one um that's working on becoming a thing.
Yeah,
Um
you
but
know
I
what's their name? If or can you say it?
yeah, it's so it's a Gleamish dot
Amish.
TV. Yeah.
Okay,
It's a up and comer. Hasn't even spread its wings yet. I've been a part of it and kind of been following it for a while.
it's a little baby
Um
bird, little baby bird.
I'm also following it.
yeah, you are
Haven't-
too, sweet.
Mhm.
But it's basically built from Mixer folk. Um
Oh, so it's like
the
like a it's okay. So Mixer was made by somebody, but this is actually made by the people who were like
no
Mixer.
uh no it's a independent person. They didn't have no in they weren't with Mixer,
I
but
got you.
it's made of Mixer creators, people that were. I know there's a few partners from Mixer that are a part of it and
Gotcha.
uh, everything like that. But yeah, I mean, if they do what they want to do and it
Oh my
takes
god.
off the way they want to do it, I think they could be their own thing. They could have a leg to stand on because um
Because they're
if
focusing.
the right
You
if
know.
they because Mixer had a lot of good things about it because I started on Mixer. There's a few things that I loved about Mixer, like the faster than light. I was streaming at 10,000 bitrate, like,
Really.
and I was looking muy bueno.
See,
Which
I wonder how
non
they can
partners
do that with like.
I would get like 1 frame per second.
I just had the upload speed to carry it.
I gotcha.
Um Hype Zone was also great. I just saw that go through the chat. Uh but like they had the FTL streaming. The community was great. Um
Yeah, I heard that. That's what I heard. The community in Mixer was like
yeah,
a really good one.
that's another reason I wanted to stream from there, but there was the very big elephant in the room, and that was Microsoft. um Microsoft bought Mixer Well, they bought Beam and made it Mixer, and then screwed it up. And it never quite got to be where it wanted to be. I think if they would have took the popularity that they got from getting Ninja, from getting Shroud, and then rolled with it instead of being like, "Oh, we have big creators, come to us."
Right. That was their focal
They just
point.
fell flat.
They were just like,
Right.
hey, look, this is what we have to offer, instead of saying, you know what, let's just let it be organic. Let's just, you know what,
Right.
we got these guys to bring some people over to view to see how good our platform is. Let's let the platform speak for itself.
And yeah, and they just didn't help nothing. They didn't. And I heard whispers that they were supposed to do something big. I think Shroud was talking about it. There was whispers in the wind that Mixer was going to do something big before the pandemic, but
It just never happened.
it never happened, and I think it was too late.
Too
It
little, too
wouldn't have
late.
saved the it wouldn't have saved the platform.
Gotcha.
But that's what the Glimish is trying to do. They're doing the FTL streaming. Their kind of focal point is discoverability.
What's the hype zone? I don't mean to really off track. I'm kind of like interested in what this hype zone thing is, man. Can you elaborate on it a little bit?
When you're close to the win,
Yeah.
when you're close to the win on PUBG, Fortnite, similar type games, you can get into the hype zone where there's usually 100, 200 viewers. So you get like a host of that much viewers. If
Really?
you're like,
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So if you're,
Yeah.
as soon as
it's not
Yeah.
about you knowing a bunch of people. It's about how good. If you're good at the game,
Right.
eventually you'll get that. See, that's cool, man.
you can camp your way to top 5 and to accidentally get, doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah. The hype zone is fine. I think.
Okay.
But
Gotcha.
yeah, I mean, Twitch. I mean, Twitch is the goat. Twitch will continue to be the goat.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. However, people that weren't there at the beginning have a climb.
Yeah, if you don't start
It-
with that's what Mixer I think was nice, because people
You
could
had-
start with it. You know.
Right. And yeah, and that's the thing. Like, Twitch is a very, very steep hill
Yeah.
that you have to climb.
Yeah, it is. Amen to that, brother.
Uh,
Plus, you
but-
got like bags on you, and like people throwing stones, and like little pits in the way,
Right.
and you know, maybe
Right.
maybe your shirt catches on fire. I don't know. There's lots of things that happen while you're trying to climb that hill.
then you got your Logics and your T-Pains and your Ninjas and like that. Yeah, that was kind of throwing me off too, and I was like, oh.
I mean, what do you think about you know, if we talked about Facebook, what about YouTube? What do you think about YouTube? Like
YouTube. All right, let me. I would break it down like this.
Break it down, bro.
If YouTube focused on maybe not so much what they're currently doing, their VOD platform is great. If they would take a second, take a half, not even half their team, and focus on live streaming, focus on the discoverability, focus on everything that makes YouTube great, but throw it for the live streamers, it would be the best platform. It
I
would kill
agree.
Twitch.
The live stream
Instantly.
looks like it was an afterthought in YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It looks
Right.
like they made YouTube and they're like, hey, well, what about people like doing a live stuff? Yeah, let's just add that real quick. Okay, it looks okay.
Right. Hey, Twitch is doing this thing. Let's do that, but let's not think about it.
Exactly.
If they thought about it, it would be the best platform. It would destroy, because YouTube has the discoverability. It has their own algorithm that works. You know, they have so much more, and it's a huge platform. If they focused on their live streaming, it would very much hurt Twitch.
Yeah, but they'd have
If
to
not-
they'd have to put some work into it though, you know?
Right. And that's the thing. I mean, I don't know why they don't. Like, I mean, YouTube ad revenue has got to be crazy for them, and I think they would just do the same. Like, who's Valkyrie is dropping 50K viewership every time she streams. Courage Shady, there was one stream he had 100,000 people watching. Laserbeam, like you have all these huge creators, and then if you slap some more, you make it better for the little streamers to stream. It would be huge.
Yeah.
And that's my stance on that. But if Twitch figured out how to make better discoverability, how to make it not be a climb, not make it like mountain climbing for even little creators, I think it would be YouTube couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, I think, dude, I was talking to, I would think I was talking to Wekizz about this a while ago, but you know, they have the thing on the main Twitch page, right, where there's like the focus people, like they're featured or whatever, right?
Right.
I always thought, like, I know this would be a lot of people, but because there's obviously, you know, most of Twitch is small streamers, but they need to have a page on Twitch that is literally just featured small streamers, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and just rotating them out constantly.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, but or split the affiliates and the nons. You know, help the non-affiliates, help the affiliates. You know,
Right. Or yeah, affiliate thing and then a non-affiliate thing. Like,
right.
yeah, exactly, man. That cuz
Or
Guys,
what, buddy?
Twitch don't make money from small streamers. They start making money when you start reaching around 500 viewers or something. So, as a Amazon, they
Yeah.
don't see a reason, you know, trying to highlight something that's useless because they want to grab the viewer and keep it.
Yeah, yeah.
And doing this with 10,000 viewers is easier than with someone who have one viewer, you know?
Yeah, well, it's
Right. I see your point, but why not help everybody? You know,
They just don't see
because
a value in this,
I guess
you know?
there's just no profit.
right.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying you're helping 1, 2, 3 creators. I'm saying you're helping thousands with one web page. You would help thousands of streamers. And how much would it take Amazon to build a web page? Like $200 and a one person?
I mean, the thing is if it was like a small company, I would be like, yeah, they're not going to do it, but I guess Amazon, they have all that money because there's a reason why they have all that money, because they're smart, but they could afford it, you know, obviously. I know that they could do that, but Wekizz is right. It's just like, if there's no, I guess they just don't see, maybe they don't see like it becoming profit. Maybe they're not thinking like, well, maybe, you know, a few months down the road, these people getting bigger and bigger, maybe there'll be more people, maybe it will spread, the viewers will spread out, and instead of, you know, the top 100 Twitch streamers having 60 to 100K viewers all the time, people have lower numbers like 8,000, 10,000, 12,000, 6,000, stuff like that. They just don't, I don't know. I mean, they've got people probably that are thinking about stuff like that all day. You know, who are we to say it? But it would be nice if they did something like that. It would help, and I think in the end, it might take some time. I think they would get more partners. I think they would get more affiliates, and I think they would eventually make more money. But you know, it is what it is, man. I don't own a big company like Amazon, so what do I know? I don't know.
Right. I mean, just saying, Jeff Bezos he's on track to be I think the first trillionaire,
Yep.
and he started his company out of a goddamn garage. But yeah, no, Twitch isn't out to help anybody, but I think in the long run that'll screw him, because once YouTube decides, hey, we're gonna do this, we're gonna help live streaming, uh, it'll blow Twitch out of the water completely, because YouTube is already a huge platform. It's much larger than Twitch is. All it would take is YouTube to figure themselves out, and then Twitch will lose. I would go to say half their folk partners. Well, probably not partners, but well, definitely people that are signed aren't leaving, but partners would leave. I know a few partners that would just go completely.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're not small people by any means. They just leave because YouTube is a better platform for it, and it would help.
I wonder if
I don't know.
do you think this is probably YouTube probably has a lot more viewers than Twitch because of they've been around longer and they have like they just built that base of people like putting videos out and people watching them on demand. And do you think YouTube has a lot more viewers than Twitch?
I would say yeah.
Right, I would think so.
And they're a VOD service. Their VOD service is they're the kings of the VOD service. So
Yeah, I mean they kind of almost
that-
invented it, really. That on
Right.
demand, like, you know what I mean? Like you can watch this video whenever you want.
Right. Well, I mean, there was Daily Motion.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they're still around.
Yeah, there was like those really old ones, but yeah, no, YouTube definitely invented the term. And it's massive.
Yeah.
But so say you're doing a live stream on YouTube when YouTube decides that it's go time with that, right? And it's more modern for YouTube to stream on YouTube. Say you got 50,000 people watching you, and then you end your stream, you edit your VOD, then you put your VOD up, and that VOD gets 3 million views. That's money
what
in the bank.
that is what's cool about YouTube, because you can on Twitch it's like people viewing your VODs doesn't really do anything, right? It doesn't like I don't know if like couple thousand people watch your VOD, does it do anything? Is it just ad revenue? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean you can. I watched somebody break this down, but it goes like this: you got your ad revenue. Of course, somebody of that magnitude's got to have sponsorships, got to have the sponsored streams,
Right.
got to have a merch store. But just the ad revenue alone's paying your bills.
Right.
Literally, anything else is just money. And then you have like the YouTube has their like subscription membership service, plus donations. I mean,
Yep.
You would be maximizing your revenue streaming on YouTube to like the fullest bit on this side of things. Merch stores and Spotify's aside, if you wanted to, you would just do your stream, send your stream over to an editor, have them edit it, put it on YouTube, double your income.
Yeah. It seems like it'd be a lot easier on YouTube to do stuff like that instead of, streaming on Twitch and then putting your stuff on YouTube. It'd be even nice if YouTube came up with some kind of like, I think they're working on a studio. They've got like the studio stuff, right? But it's not like a fully integrated editor. I don't know. Wekizz, you do some YouTube stuff, right? Have you ever?
It's not great.
Yeah, because what I've looked at, it looks like it's kind of basic, like really basic editor, and there's not any frills
don't
or thrills.
do it in YouTube.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah,
is that okay?
yeah.
See,
I've only used it once, and that was because YouTube caught a song in my stream or in my VOD
yeah,
that wasn't there, and I was like, okay, well, no, and they're like, yes, and I'm like, okay, I'll just cut the 3 seconds out. Damn, because when that happens, they shut off your monetization. Whether you're getting it or not, it still hurts the discoverability of that video. So I took 3 seconds out of a video, and it was stupid.
right,
But here's a good example of what I was talking about. So Valkyrie, huge Among Us YouTuber right now, streams Among Us. she's getting like 40 to 50,000 viewers. So, and then her Among Us streams get posted on her YouTube, of course, edited down and whatnot. I'm looking at 2 videos that were posted on the same day, mind you. Both have 300,000 views. Both of them. So I would say that in that stream that she did, I don't know how long she streamed, but the ads from that, the donations from that, plus the viewership that she got on these videos and that ad revenue, she's got to be doing good for herself right now. she's definitely sitting in that ad revenue dough right now, for sure. And I mean, and that's just what I mean. That's just like, it makes it so easy to just slap your videos on YouTube and let them do the work for you.
Yeah, you just
But
sit and wait.
It's easy
Right.
when you have a platform that's already big, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And and all you've got to do is just you got to find that niche or that audience that you're looking for that's gonna eat your content up. You know what I mean?
And she's a signed streamer with YouTube too, so she's getting paid by YouTube more than one way. So good on her, but I'm just saying, if they increase the discoverability, YouTube would destroy Twitch and it would just be over.
Yeah.
They made focus their live streaming service. It'd be a lot better. And I mean, I would and I wouldn't count YouTube out. That's all I gotta say, because they just decide that one day, hey, Twitch has got the viewership. We need to do something quick. They would do it. But I wouldn't count any streaming service out yet.
Yeah.
But it's just, for streaming services, I would say they would have a harder time than a creator would to be something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you said, they have the company behind them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's
They got Daddy Google, and
yeah, I mean, Google is like they're almost as big as Amazon is. You know what I mean? I mean, it's literally, it's like Amazon is the place where everybody buys and ships stuff from. Google is the place where you go to find any kind of information that you ever want to ever know in your entire life now, apparently,
Right. And Condoomed in the chat actually just brought up that point. It's just like, it is the second biggest search engine on the internet, and it's integrated to Google. And if they just focused on their live streaming, it would, because if it's just like, I do magic content. I mainly do it on YouTube because I know my viewership on Twitch. That's just that. So if say I was streaming a magic thing and someone Googled said even close to that magic thing, I would be right there. It's like, hey, he's streaming on the Google webpage. Let's go do this. What's the poster? That's Boruto. That's from Boruto.
Explain.
Uh so Boruto is like the spin-off of the, I guess, extension of the anime Naruto.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Magic, like MTG, yeah, that's the one. I'm actually holding magic cards in my hand.
So it's like a continuation of it, I guess, would you say?
Yeah,
Sorta?
it's after the end of Shippuden.
Gotcha.
After that extension from the original series, there's like,
Good Lord, how many extensions are there?
there's like 900 episodes or something right now.
Good night.
Yeah, it's definitely a a week kind of anime.
Well,
But well, it would take like a very long time to watch it if you really wanted to go for it. But and there's like I would say probably out of that anime there's like 300, 400 fillers to go along with that. So
well, speaking of big names, big, what, because I've been following this pretty closely as well. Like, Ninja, and we were talking about Mixer as well, and they were on it. Like, what are your thoughts on like Ninja and Shroud coming? They left Twitch, obviously. I remember watching them on Twitch, and then they went to Mixer, and then they came back after it. What do you think? Do you think they should have been able to come back? Like, I guess Twitch is not gonna say no because they're gonna make money off of them. But
I think it was the only decision that they could make, to be honest with you.
I think they were like backed into a corner type deal,
Right. I mean, Ninja did a test stream on YouTube.
Yeah.
He had what 200,000 people that came and watched. I don't know how concurrent that viewership was, but I think I want to say that it was probably the right move for Ninja. I haven't seen his viewership since he came back.
Yeah.
So I don't
It's
know.
good.
It's good. Well, I'm sure
th-
it's good, but I'm
I
not
think he
sure.
posted like his first stream, his analytics or whatever. I think Shroud and him both posted.
Oh, Shroud was nuts.
I mean, he has a
Shroud
concurrent viewership of like 20 to 30 grand all the time.
Yeah,
But I
Shroud
mean,
came-
have you seen the very first like stream test where Ninja
Yeah.
played with Dr. Lupo? Just for fun,
Mm-mm.
they dropped one win on Fortnite. You know how
Yeah.
many viewers they got?
Yeah,
They almost reached like 500,000, or was that more than
Holy
500,000?
God, that's a lot
Well,
of people.
Shroud on Twitch when he first came back, it was 500,000. He had his top viewership was in the 530,000s. That was his highest where he hit.
Mm.
His average viewership was 250,000. Um,
Mm.
but I do remember, and I don't care how many viewers Ninja had when he came back to YouTube, when the He Who Should Not Be Named did his first test stream on YouTube.
Yeah.
He dropped 400,000 people.
And it was literally
wasn't
the
even on the
same.
screen.
It was like a GIF.
Yeah.
It was just a GIF that was like playing over and over with music.
Right, he wasn't even on the stream.
It was this song. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I was like, "What is this, man?" I watched it, and I'm guilty of it because I watched it for like 20 minutes, thinking, "Okay,
Yeah,
maybe he's gonna come on."
I tuned in too.
And then 10 hours later, it's like still playing, and there's still like 50,000 people watching it.
there's still 140,000 people, and I was like,
Oh man,
"What are you guys waiting on? Just go to bed."
yeah, he's not coming, man. You just go to bed,
But
It's a little bit different. If we wouldn't be streaming for 2-3 months and we come back, we definitely would get the very first stream a lot more viewers than we usually get because of the people were waiting for you, and they're like, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?"
right?
And they have a little bit more
Right.
base of who were waiting.
He played with Snoop Dogg. Did you guys see that? He played Madden with Snoop Dogg. That was pretty cool.
What?
Yeah. Doctor. I mean, the guy. He
He
who should not be named played with Snoop Dogg. I was like, wow, okay.
Wow. Yeah, no,
That's big, man. That's
the thing that this irritates me to my core, and I don't know why it does, but the hate that Ninja gets is crazy.
what, from going to Mixer and coming back, or is that what you're talking about?
Not even just that, just like back when he was on Twitch, he'd get hate because he was Epic's fanboy or this, that, and the other, whatever you want to say. I mean, the hate that he would get, and I mean, even Tim the Tatman brought this up because he watched Ninja's video on stream, of course, because they're friends and whatnot. And his whole chat was like, putting L's in the chat and stuff. For Ninja coming back to Twitch, and I'm just like, why? Why do you guys hate on this guy that, first of all, turned nothing into something? Like, he was here before Fortnite. He was an H1Z1 streamer.
Oh God, I remember back in that day. Back in the day, H1C1, dude.
And then he started playing Fortnite and rode that wave. And then not only did he ride that wave, but he made it something. He brought Drake into that scene.
Right.
He brought advertisements, investors into this scene, and first of all, made Epic what it is today. And nobody can tell me that, because they have made their money 83,000 times over on Fortnite. But they he brought all this stuff to the streaming, and then he went to Mixer, shot Twitch in the leg, and went to Mixer.
Yep.
Under our contract,
and made a butt ton of money, and then just,
you're right.
Yeah.
And people are like, "What? Why would he leave?" But what happened? Twitch started dishing out exclusivities.
Yeah.
YouTube started handing out exclusivities. Took Courage Shady from Twitch over to YouTube. Took Valkyrie from Twitch over to YouTube. And they just
What's
kept
funny?
handing it out.
What's funny though is you're talking about people putting L's in his chat and stuff, but it's like you really have to think about how big a person is for people to spend their time, which you're never going to get back, to go into his chat and say that to him. It's like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, you just got to really think of how epic a person is for people to do that, just to say, I don't like you. Like, you could just be like, you could just say, I don't like Ninja, and just leave it at that. But no, they got on their computer, their phone, and some maybe had to make an account and then went into his Twitch and started typing. It's hilarious to think about stuff like that.
Right, and it's not like Ninja is blind to it, and he actually makes jokes about it from time to time, and I think that's really, really upstanding of him. And I mean, I respect him, because he took all the money he made. He has his own clothing line. He has his own plushies and whatnot. Even if he didn't get that deal from Mixer, even if he was just riding on the money that he got from Twitch and Fortnite and Epic, his kids would be able to go to college, like,
yeah, and buy a house and buy a car.
Right, and then Mixer was just icing on the cake. That was just,
I know, right? That's just like
icing on the cake.
Like, oh, I can just put all this money away for a rainy day if I ever have a rainy day.
Right, Mixer's like, yeah, here's 30 million. What was it, like? Not even it wasn't even a year yet.
That's insane, man.
And Mixer's like, yeah, we're closing doors. Hey, you want to go to Facebook? And Ninja's like, no. And then, just give me my money, and then here's $30 million.
Yeah, you don't have to stream on
our.
our.
He got offer to get double if he moves to Facebook, but the contract needs to continue. So he would get 60 million if he continues streaming for that contract period on Facebook. And it's better to just take what he gets, 30 million, and F the Facebook, you know?
Yeah, because then he can go on Twitch and just do his own thing.
Right, it's better than getting 5 viewership on Facebook. I mean, he was only getting, like, he wasn't definitely crushing it on Mixer, that's for sure. But, I mean, got to be better than Facebook.
Facebook is.
I'm just thinking what Mixer was thinking to expect out of that.
Dude, I know that amount of money, man. Good, like, damn.
Yeah, if I had that same decision to make, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna be making $60, but I gotta stream on Facebook, I'm walking. Like, bye. Like, even if I didn't get that money, like, whatever. Like, he's still gonna make it.
Yeah,
he's still gonna get it. It doesn't matter.
Right.
One way or another, he's getting that money. Like,
it wouldn't matter what platform he went on. He would be able to live very, very comfortably off of
Yeah, he's
whatever.
got his own chef.
Yeah.
He has his private chef that cooks him food. I'm
Man,
like,
I wish I had a
want
private chef. I mean, my wife cooks for me, but like a lot of times I ask her to cook things and she's like, I don't like to eat that, so we're having this.
Well, if I can get Sergey down here to cook it, he
Right.
ain't even gonna bat an eyelash. He's gonna cook it.
Right. And then you could have your wife could have whatever she wants. Baby could have whatever they want. Other
Right.
kid could have whatever they want. You could have, and you like don't even have, like you said, don't even have to bat an eyelash.
I cannot have a private chef because I'm making food myself and super delicious and like nobody else. So
Even if
can
you had
anybody
like,
clone me?
even if you have like Wolfgang Puck. I mean, I know you're good, Wekizz, but there you go. If you had that much money, you just clone yourself to be your own
Yeah, I
personal
just clone
shelf,
myself.
and then do all your Twitch work, and all you have to do is just get on
Yeah.
stream and have fun, and then you just make him do everything. But see,
Why should
you
I
do
get
that,
on stream?
you wouldn't even have to do that. Then why not clone yourself to take care of all your kids too? And then you could just sit back and relax and have mojitos all day
Right.
or whatever
But,
drink of you like,
I do wanna ask, kind of go off what Ziggy said here. I saw him pop in the chat. Do you stream for money? If not, why do you stream? I don't stream for money. I don't expect money. I stream because I enjoy it. I like talking to chat. I like playing video games. I like having that sensation of multiple people, watching. I don't expect money. If it comes, it comes. And I have the avenues open for it for sure, with subs and donations and merch, which all my merch is gonna get changed too, by the way, on that rebranding thing. Uh, I meant to say that, but
just a side question. Who you doing your merch through, by the way? Just because I've been, kind of thinking about stuff like that.
I do it through Teespring
Okay.
right now.
Gotcha.
I was doing it through Stream Elements, but Stream Elements doesn't have a lot going for them. I mean, they don't have a lot of options, so I've been using Teespring. But and they have like so many options and different things. But no, I do it just for the fun of it, talking to chat, doing crazy things. I don't expect to make money, but if I do,
It's a nice byproduct.
Right, my options are open, and I mean, uh, I mean, I've made a few bucks off of it, but that generally just goes right back into it anyway. I'm getting
That's exactly what. Yeah.
games or
If I made it, it would be to pay for some kind of subscription to a game or to buy a new light or to, you know what I mean? Because
right.
I feel like that's probably what everybody would do. Is just
That's
improve
what you
your
should do.
Right, exactly. Invest it back in yourself. Wekizz, what about you, buddy? What do you stream for, man?
Definitely not for the money because I put in way too many money.
Too many
That's
monies.
true.
Too many
That's true.
monies.
I've definitely put my fair share of money into this.
It's
into this
put in so
knot.
much money. Guys, do you want to know what was my bills when I started streaming for only internet?
Oh, bro. Yes, right? I had to up my
Only internet.
internet just because I started streaming. Cable company calls me and says, "Hey, you're going to go over your data limit." And I'm like, "I have a data limit? What?" They're like, "Yeah, you're going to go over it."
If any of you want to know the logistics of that, ask me. I worked for big internet. Like, I understand the
Oh,
ins and outs of
okay.
that. And
Well, we might have to have a little side convo when the podcast's over. So,
right, no, I know the ins and outs of all that, and I actually, my internet service is just fine to stream, and I don't pay anything extra because I know how to work it.
well, what were you continuing on, Wekizz, about your internet?
Yeah, internet, PCs, giveaways. I was doing a lot of giveaways in the beginning.
Yeah.
Not worth it, guys. Don't do giveaways. Do something fun. Give away push-ups, sit-ups, drink liters of water. Don't give away
Yeah,
anything.
give away your blood, sweat, and tears, not actual things.
Right.
Yeah. And to get all this value back, you will need to earn a lot of money to to compensate
Exactly.
it. So we all are doing this not for the money, definitely.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
for just to show someone, share something with others.
I think it's. Go ahead, Strix.
I paid for my new logo from money I made from Fiverr. Uh, doing stuff from Fiverr and whatnot. So it's just it's better to take what you get to put it into something new. And I also, it's also a good idea to put money into not just the stuff on your stream, not just like your lights or games or whatever, but the stuff you don't even think about, like your thumbnail makers and your video editors and
Right.
your other things like that, because I know I actually need to buy uh my image editor, or my graphic design tool of Infinity Design, because I pretty much just rode the free trial for the last few months because they were doing a promotion. They're like 3 months free because of the pandemic, and I was like, oh hey, uh can you 1v1 the owner of Cox for free? Please, I wish I could.
Right. You know what? This is a good. I do it because it's a challenge. I like to challenge myself to talk to people and play video games and like really improve my stream and make it like look good. Like I like to be able to look back and look at my stream and say, man, you know what? I may have put like this week I may have put like 30 hours into working on my stream and doing YouTube videos and blah blah blah. But then when you sit back and you see them, and like even if you only maybe get like 20 people to look at your thing, it's like, you know what I mean? Like you get that one person to come in and they talk to you, and they talk to you for like 2 hours while you're playing your video game. That's awesome, man. To have a stranger come into your Twitch, and it's just one. It may just be one person, but they talk to you for like 2 hours. Like that's awesome. That just makes me happy as a person. And if I can like make them feel better about themselves, or like talk to them and like give them company if they're bored, or whether it be they're bored or they're not feeling, they're depressed or something, and they're coming in, they want to have a good time, and you can make them feel good about themselves, that's like a reward in itself, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And that's exactly. I'll tell you, there's one clip that I'll never forget seeing, and I actually watched it happen live. But from from Dr. Lupo, um, he was doing the St. Jude's charity stream. Um, I think it was last year or year before or whatever. And Twitch donated uh $1 million to that. So
oh
his
wow.
goal was 2 million. He was at like 1.5, or he was at like 1.1 or 1.2 or something, and Twitch donated $1 million to it.
Right.
And you could just see like him tearing up and just like losing it for a second. Um and not like out of excitement, but like shock. And I was just like, every time I see that clip, dude, it just pounds me right in the chest, and I'm like, damn, that's why I'm doing this. This is what if I can be like that, if I could be like Dr. Lupo to do those charities to make a difference,
Right.
that's what I want to do.
It makes sense.
Pow, right in the field. Yeah. No, it hits me literally every time I see the clip, and I just,
Right. See, Mr. Wicked thought that you made friends that you would have never met before. Like there's no way you would have met somebody in California or in Alaska or wherever they may, or in Australia, and like that's another thing is like Twitch brought all of us together. I would have never met you, Strix, or you, Wekizz, or Mike, or Ziggy, or Wicked, or Pooties, or Mark, to the future, like everybody. Like I never would have met any of you guys if it wasn't for Twitch. And now we're all friends, and it's like we all support each other as best we can. Obviously, we're parents. You know how it is. it's just awesome to think about it, man. You know, it's really cool. And who is it? Perfect Lies had a question that I'm going to throw in here. By the way, stream elements versus labs. Strix, you take it, buddy.
Yeah. So I did both. I used Streamlabs for a little bit, and then I decided that it was best to move to Stream Elements. For a couple of reasons. For one, their interface is really simple to use, and it's got everything there. And really, the real reason I move is that all of my overlays and everything is all done on this browser, so it's not pulling from my system.
That's what I like.
And of course, I mean, even though it is doing that, it's still, I mean, it still pulls a little bit, but it's not crazy. You know, my alert isn't going to make my stream lag. My overlay isn't going to cause me to, isn't going to make me need higher bit rate. Um, it just helps, and it's just so easy to set everything up. Um, and I'm telling you, when I do this rebranding, I'm deleting all of my overlays and starting brand new because it's all. I mean, mine's a mess. Uh, but no, if you were to choose one, I would go with Stream Elements 100% because Streamlabs. I mean, it definitely has its ups, but I think having the ability to have everything browser based and all that information right there,
Yeah.
it's just easier. And dude, I think that Prime irritates me. The Streamlabs Prime thing, it just rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, man. I got into
I
that.
think
That was like the only thing that kind of turned me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it rubs me the wrong way every time I see it because first of all, it's not a custom thing. So somebody somewhere is using the overlay that you're paying $12 a month for. And that is where I kind of like where I'm like, that's if I'm gonna pay $12 a month for it, I'm gonna save that $12 a month for
exactly.
for for like 2 months and then go have somebody create me a fully custom setup. That's me, you know. But it's just $12 a month for somebody else is using, and it's right there. It's like the third option down the list of stuff. You got like your setup, then like your themes and overlays, and then Prime. And I'm like, is this Twitch? Is this Amazon? Is this Twitch? Like, I'm like, well, why? It just seems so much. And I mean, I get it.
Yep.
I get it. They're making overlays, but somebody somewhere is using it. I've been actually, I look on. I'm a Nerd or Die affiliate. I look on every single site for different things because either I'm looking for inspiration or there's something that actually I think like looks cool. I mean, my overlay and my alerts right now aren't custom. Those aren't something I did. I just bought from a website,
Right.
and of course that's going to change. I'm changing that up as soon as I, start this rebrand cycle. But uh, it's just it's still better than paying $12 for the whole uh for an overlay you're not going to change. You're going to stick with your overlay that you're paying $12 a month for for as long as you can. And it's just I don't know. Stream
No, I get
Elements
it.
all the way. I mean, if you want to use Streamlabs, is that's what you want to do, I mean, that's fine. OBS Live is a hell of a tool. And there's a bajillion plugins for OBS that you can't use on Streamlabs at all. So there's that too. I there's like 15 plugins I use on my stream. So without those plugins, my stream won't look anywhere close to how it does.
Right.
Streamlabs Prime is aimed at those who don't know any better, and that's predatory. Like, to add on to everything else I've said. People that don't know how to go on Fiverr and look for somebody to make them overlays. Like,
Well, yeah.
No, people don't know how to set up overlays, and Streamlab makes it 10 times less clicking, and that's all.
right.
That's why you usually choose Streamlabs, because Streamlabs already have everything built in. Streamlabs uses like 20-30% more your CPU. They don't know about that, but they want it
Right.
easy way, and the easy way is not the cheapest way or the most
Right.
effective way.
Exactly.
So
Right.
you choose.
They're gonna understand when they're trying to play COD Warzone or wondering why
Yes,
they're getting
yes,
3 frames a
definitely.
second. Like that, and that's the thing. Like in the media, because when I first started streaming, I was streaming on a Ryzen 3. And I mean, this was like not even. This was like 6-7 months ago. I was streaming on a Ryzen 3 and a RTX, or not an RTX, AMD, a shitty AMD graphics card. Let's go with that. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. It's definitely not my 2070 Super. That's for sure. Uh, but even before I upgraded my PC, even just switching over to OBS Live and Stream Elements made a huge difference.
Right.
Huge difference. Like I didn't have to make compromises. I didn't have to stream in 720p. I didn't have to make those compromises. But yeah, no. Stream Elements all the way, especially if you don't have a great computer.
Right.
If you just have a borderline computer, Streamlabs is going to kill you. It really is. It's going to frustrate you too.
Right.
There was times where I was like super frustrated with Streamlabs, and I'm like, dude, I don't even want to deal with it. Like, just let me go live. I just want to play a game. Like, it's not even a game that's gonna hurt my system. Like, and then there's folks, and I hate the fact that like people, like the knowledge is not more accessible to people when it comes to streaming. Like, there's gonna be games that your system just isn't gonna do well unless you have a dual PC setup, or
You're right.
whatever the case may be. You're gonna make those compromises that you aren't going to want to take. Um, like Apex Legends, for example. Apex Legends is poorly optimized.
And it
and
sucks. You're at the
especially
mercy of that game, a lot of
right,
times.
even on my 2070 Super, running my encoding alpha, my processor instead of my graphics card, I still can't stream that game with a 2070 Super. It the first time I tried, it was super laggy, and I mean I love that game, but like it was like super laggy, and I just kind of gave up on it, I guess. I mean,
Right.
I probably could get it to work now if I were to change, go down from 1080p to like 720. And I know it's not a whole hell of a lot. I mean, to me, it's a hell of a lot of difference because I've been streaming on 1080p this whole time. If I were to switch, I would notice and I would hate it. um, there's actually something interesting to kind of branch off of that. Did you know Shroud streams in like 960p, 930p, or something like that? He doesn't do the full 1080, and I'm like, that's
Why
crazy.
are we on Be Right Back stream?
It's my fault. Just give me a second, okay? Good Lord.
Okay.
Jeez Louise.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
It's all right. He's just
Doing this all by myself. Just calm down, okay, everybody? Just take a chill pill. It's okay.
L's.
Oh, Lord.
L's in the chat.
Sorry, it's just I clicked the wrong button. I was trying to. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I think he streams at 900p, but I think he separately records his footage. Probably at 1080p, because I mean his footage looks phenomenal when it's on YouTube. So, That's another thing. Which kind of blows. That if you want to record your stuff separately, you're gonna get hit right in the nuts too there too, because that'll also just destroy. That's also just gonna destroy your like CPU usage too.
Right.
When I hit the lottery, I'm going to move to a triple PC setup. Actually, Dr. Lupo's working on a triple.
What would you
PC
even
setup.
need a triple PC setup for, though?
Okay, so his setup literally is one computer's gaming,
Yeah.
one computer's live streaming, and one's recording. He's going to be recording in 4K.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That way you don't have anything that's lagging the recording or anything. You can record it at the top.
Right. It's all going to go through those streams. So like one's going to go to stream, the other one's going to go to recording. The one that's recording is going to be 4K. So when he throws that bitch on YouTube, that's going to look cute.
Yeah, imagine how long it's going to take you to upload that video to
Right
YouTube.
now, you don't need to upload. It goes right away.
Oh, okay.
Right.
It
Gotcha.
might be going straight in.
That's true. He probably has it set up. Well, again, that's probably he might have
he
somebody
has-
who can just
he has
upload.
his own editor.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
And have you ever, when you're watching a stream of these big streamers, have you ever heard them say, "Are you using the other internet?" These fools have 2 ISPs in their house.
Yeah, why not?
It's just crazy
That-
to me. They're like,
I can explain you why you should
Yeah,
have
why-
two.
Yeah, explain. I'm
When
kind
I
of
was
wondering that.
playing, imagine I was playing poker online
Yeah.
for a big sum of money.
Yeah.
And one of my line drops. My money is going away.
That's true.
So the other line
Right.
should back it up. The same goes on the stream. Every time they go offline, they might lose thousands of viewers because they're
Right.
big. We will
Right.
lose 2 viewers because we're small, but we might still lose them.
right.
Well, every
and you know-
business-
and you know, there has been like middle of streams where my stream like, because my glorious ISP decides for my neighborhood that 1 o'clock in the morning, between midnight and 1 o'clock in the morning, is the least used time in my neighborhood, except for me.
Right.
But so they will do an update, send an update through, which will knock out my internet for just enough time for OBS to drop. And I'm like,
Yep.
and
Dang
every
it.
time I have, and I know they do it because I worked for the company. I know what they're, and I don't blame them.
I know what you're doing. I know it.
I don't blame them, but man, if they could just push that time to like 3 o'clock in the morning, that'd be swimming.
Like 4 or 5, like when everybody's
Right.
waking up and are about to wake up, no one's gonna be
They're-
up that
they're
early.
like- yeah, I'm just, it would irritate me more if I didn't know, and I've had to explain this to folk because
Ignorance
I
is
was
bliss, man.
customer-
Yeah.
I was customer service and technical support for them, so like I knew, and I took some heat. Let me tell you, people love their internet. But yeah, no, it was just I've had people yell at me because I've had streamers yell at me. Like people are like, I live stream on Twitch. I'm like, okay, and I understand that you stream on Twitch, but there's nothing I can do about this, And I told him like, I do it too. I stream on Twitch too. I know what happens. I'm sorry.
Right.
Like, but there's people, if you're, and they just don't understand. Like, if you're really streaming on Twitch, if you're really making your money, you're getting business class internet. You're getting internet that they're going to come out and fix within an hour on that day. You're not going to get residential internet where they're going to take 24 to 48 hours to get out there.
The backup thing actually does make sense though, because my wife works for telecom, and literally every single business, no matter how small or large, has their main ISP provider, and then they have a backup, which is a different company. So
Tell that to my Best Buy that decides, hey, I only need one internet service, and when my internet goes down, I can't do stuff.
Well, I mean,
I-
I guess the two ISP thing. That's what I'm saying because they are. It's a business for them. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it makes sense
Right.
to.
Yeah. No, double it up, or at least have because I know my ISP, you can't have multiple my ISP in the same place. You know, they do not play
well, that's a
with
bunch of
others.
duty.
Yes. Well, because of my area specifically, if I were to like, if this became a business, I would move completely out of this area. But in my area, there's two main ISPs, and they fucking hate each other. I've had times where I've had people where the not my ISP would cut cables for my ISP, like slice cables up. So it would be an install to move into a new place. Like where internet stay in my house, if I were to move and someone comes in here and brings not my ISP in,
Yeah.
they're gonna cut all of my ISP's cords. So when they move out and someone wants my ISP, they have to come out and put a whole new wiring system in here.
It's like they do it on purpose.
Right, it's weird. No, they hate each other. Absolutely hate each other. But no, like if you were to get like business class internet, people be out here in an hour. But I don't know. It's just ISPs are the worst, and they need to stop being clowns. But you know, on that rant,
Hey, Wekizz.
yeah.
I will be right back. I got an emergency to deal with.
Okay.
So,
You can't leave your room.
I know I can't leave my room. I'm gonna have to put a damn mask on and gloves. And by the way, everybody, I am quarantined to my room because I had to get a strep test and then a COVID test. So here's
Oof.
fingers crossed that I don't have the COVID.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want either of those. Yeah, I gotta bounce real quick. I gotta run to the restroom. Like,
All right. Wekizz, you got something to entertain the folks for a few minutes?
Now.
I did entertain them already.
I mean, you did, but I just need that little extra from you. Just that little extra.
Okay, let me turn on some Pornhub and sing a song.
Yeah, sing a song, man.
Hmm.
All right, guys. I'll be right back, okay? I greatly apologize.
Let me see. Can I send the sound to the stream? I think we have some sound on the stream already, no? Testing, testing. There. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Do you hear the music? Come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its scenes while I was sleeping. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains with the sound of silence. And rest when I dream I walked alone. I don't know the words, I'm reading. Narrow streets of cobblestone. Neath the hollow of the street and land. Turn my collar to the cold and damp. When my eyes were stabbed by the flashes of neon light, sleeps the night and the touch sound of silence. And the naked lies I saw. 10,000 man people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs, their voices never shared. There you go. And no one
No
there.
one dare disturb the sound
Who's singing it here?
of silence.
Guys, y'all like my ceiling? There I am.
Come on, what happened, Wekizz?
I'm back. What?
I didn't want you to be alone, so I jumped in Discord on my phone so I could sing with you, buddy.
Was that good?
It was beautiful. I
It was
figured we could do
beautiful.
a duet.
Right, but damn the delay. How do we fix the
Yeah.
delay?
I
I was
We should
thinking,
have
one, you know, you have a guitar, I have a guitar. If I start, you can continue, but then they need to watch your stream that have a good sync, and then someone goes with the drums, then they watch his stream because he's in sync, you know.
Yeah.
and and this way,
We
5
could
streams
we have a Twitch
will
band.
make
A Twitch band.
Twitch band. You told me to
Yeah.
keep them entertained. I think I entertained them. Look how much fire in the chat there was.
Oh yeah, there is. That's good.
Hey, so Imstryx, what how did you get your name?
It came to me in a dream. I'm being for real. That's actually as genuine as it can get. It started out as Strix. It started out as Strix YT because Strix was taken. I'm like, well, that sounds like. When I moved over to Twitch from Mixer, I changed it to Imstryx because if you ever watch one of my YouTube videos, they're just like I recorded. It's actually really nice to be. What's up, guys? I'm Strix here. Makes sense.
Flows.
just
Flows.
yeah, it's like saying I'm Strix, but I'm Strix. Yeah, it works. Okay.
So you
It
say
works.
hello, I'm Strix, or hello, I'm Strix.
I'm Strix.
Okay, I'm Strix.
Yeah.
Imstryx. All right, fair enough.
How do others call you? I'm Strix.
Strix usually. If we're like
Just
playing a
Strix.
game together, it's just Strix. Or if people know like my name, they just call me that. And I don't know. It's just a matter. There's some people that I play with that still call me by my original screen name. That's because that's just all they know. So I don't know. It's yeah. I just thought about it one day. I was because it started with Strix, and it was like Strix YT, and then yeah, it's just kind of branched off from there. To be honest.
How long have you been streaming already?
Let me tell you. I actually have my channel dashboard up right now. I can tell you what my first stream was. I have been streaming since March. Oh no, April 7th is when my first debut stream on Twitch was, and I streamed. So that's what April, 5 months.
Mm.
Yeah,
And your game is Fortnite, or do you stream something else?
I like to say that I'm a variety streamer. I stream pretty much whatever I'm feeling like. I've been playing a lot of Fortnite right now just because of the new season, and it's just been a lot of fun. Um, but yeah, I pretty much just play whatever I feel like. Sometimes I play Warzone or Modern Warfare. Sometimes I play single player games. Yeah, it just really depends on what I'm feeling, and that's actually kind of a point I wanted to bring up to the folks watching. The one biggest thing about streaming is to just kind of stream what you want. Don't stream what you think's gonna get views. Stream what you want to play. You're gonna make the best content by having fun. So if you're playing a game that you think you're just gonna get views on, but you're not having fun, you're not gonna make good content. But if you're, that's why, like, I'm streaming Fortnite. I doubt that I'm gonna get that, you know, that much viewership from streaming Fortnite because everybody and their brother streams Fortnite. I mean, it's definitely not as popular as it used to be, but I mean, it's still relevant. But I stream it because I have fun playing it, and I get to interact with my chat, and it's a good time, you know. But yeah, no, don't just stream what you feel like. Don't stream uh what you think is gonna work because it shows.
So like, if I, it's funny that you mentioned about streaming Fortnite and the amount of Fortnite streams there are. The going back and looking over my own personal channel analytics. Because I'm also a variety streamer. Most of the time, I'll play a different game every stream of the week. So when I go back and look at my analytics, I'll find that some of the most saturated games that you would think that are like, oh, so many people play it, like Warzone.
Mm-hmm.
The most performing streams that I have are streams where I play Warzone, and I don't
Right.
even play Warzone all that much anymore because to me it's not really. I don't know. It kind of got a little bit old for me. I'm kind of feeling more story driven games, more team based games, more MMO style stuff. But looking at my channel analytics, it's like I kind of want to be like, maybe I should go back and play some Warzone at least once or twice a week.
Right, and that is the double-edged sword of Twitch. Uh it really is because and it's just if you stream a game that not a lot of people are streaming, but has that cult following, because my buddy streams these kind of like whack games that I would never play because I'm just not into the game style, but he gets viewership because those games have a following and not many people stream it. You know what I'm saying? But you could have a game like Warzone where I mean just a crazy amount of people stream it, but you're still going to get people in there because it's the game to watch. So, but there's also that same slash in the middle that if you're playing that game, some folk may not see you. You know, it's a weird kind of mix. I mean, the streams I've been playing Fortnite and the streams that I've been playing Fortnite have gotten actually higher average viewers than the days before. But I've also been streaming Fortnite a little bit more consistently uh, than really anything else as of late. But uh, yeah, no,
It's
that's
funny. Speaking of Fortnite, I just recently re-downloaded Fortnite and played it again as well. You mentioned the new update, playing it more.
mhm.
I kind of after the new update, I kind of wanted to play it more just so I could spank up on the Avengers as Harley Quinn. But my I got a cousin. You know, we're all parents here, so I have a cousin who has his son is 6 years old now. This son is already like a golf tournament champion and like really advanced golf player, but he's also phenomenal at Fortnite. So I popped into Fortnite the other night to play with my cousin and his two kids. And like I would like get a shot off at somebody, and this kid would be like, "Got him, he's down. Got him, he's down." It's like 6-year-old, 7-year-old, just getting carried by a 6-year-old in Fortnite. And I was like, man, maybe I just should just stream getting carried by a kid in Fortnite all the time.
Yeah, that's
So you you're a parent. Let's how many kids do you have?
Yeah, tell us
I
a little bit
have
about your parentship.
yeah, so I have two kids. I have my oldest is 2 years old, and my youngest he is 9 months, almost 10 months or 10 months.
Good. So you're like a
Born in
newer
November, so yeah,
parent,
10
like
months.
me. You're a newish parent.
Yeah, I'm also a young parent too.
What are you, 25,
So
24?
I'm 22.
Whoa, holy dude.
All right.
Wow, I would not
Yeah,
think you were that young. I mean,
yeah,
not that you look like old and decrepit. It's just you
You
look
look old.
and you carry yourself more, a lot. What's the word I'm looking for? Like an older person would is what I'm trying to say.
yeah. I definitely have the mentality. Yeah,
You're more mature. You know what I mean?
yeah. I found a nice balance of being, still being young, but also, uh, you know, not being an asshole about it. I guess would be the be the way. I mean, I've I don't know, just being through it all, and becoming a parent also just, it all changes your perspective, and
Right.
everything is different when you have kids. That's for sure.
Yeah.
There's nothing I wouldn't do for my kids.
Different is
And
like that's putting it lightly too.
yeah, different is putting it lightly. I
Right.
mean, I'll never forget when my oldest was born, and that was the change. Um, how old are my kids?
To
My
2
oldest is 2,
years and
and
then
my youngest is 10. 10 months. Oldest is 2, youngest is 10 month. My oldest, his name is Elijah, and my youngest is Elliot. Um,
Nice.
oh nice, the E. Did you do that on purpose or was it like you just with the E
okay,
names?
so I got to name my firstborn. Um, so my girlfriend wanted uh Elliot
Yeah.
for my firstborn. I was like, I didn't really like that. That wasn't rolling off the tongue.
Right.
I was like, well, let's go with Elijah, and
Yeah.
that name stuck. And I was like, cool. And then we had the second one. I was like, we're actually rolling around with the name Jace, but I was like, hey, how about we name this one Elliot?
There you
We're like,
go.
all
Score
right,
some brownie points there too, right?
right. So yeah, no, it was just happenstance. And
See, you're
people asked me, go ahead.
oh sorry, buddy. I mean you're lucky because like I tried to name my kid and my wife she gave me the whole I had a dream and in my dream we had a boy and his name was Cooper. So it's like I can't be like no F your dream, you know.
Right.
So like I can't
She put you in the corner. That's all she did.
and she did, right? So I was like, all right, well I'll get his middle name and it can be whatever I want it to be. Obviously I'm not gonna like name him like his middle name Obi-Wan or something like that, but you know, so it was Cooper Edward Johnson. So yeah, it's I was just curious how you kind of I hear all these different stories about how parents come up with their names, and it's kind of really cool to hear it from
Well,
you and the other guys to like how you figured it out.
yeah, the idea of the name Elijah actually derived from a TV show. I don't know if y'all ever watched the originals. It's one of the main characters off of there. That's where I kind of got it from. I just really like that name, and
It's a good
I
name.
mean he fits it well.
That's great. My oldest daughter from my first marriage, I named her after a character from a vampire series as well. Except she was named after a werewolf, and her name is Embry, which is actually a male werewolf in the Twilight series.
Oh.
But
Yeah,
that's
no,
pretty cool that you got your kid's name from the originals. That's awesome. That's a pretty cool show too.
yeah, no, it's a much edgier Twilight. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, no, that's yeah, no, they're pretty great, and they're definitely starting to act like brothers. Every day is more. I guess they definitely settled in with each other, and um, my oldest, I mean, bless his heart, he is an ass. Like,
That's
well,
all I came back to is my oldest is an ass.
well, we were sitting
That's
there, we were sitting on the
greatest.
couch, and my youngest is right next to my leg, and my oldest is next to my other leg. We're just sitting there watching TV.
Yeah.
But he just turns around and he just pushes my youngest off the couch. I'm like,
Jesus.
oh, wait, why?
Oh.
What did he do?
I'm looking. I don't know if I'm looking forward to that when we have our second one, because we're trying to have a second one, you know, or if I'm.
It'll come younger than you think.
It'll get, and it'll probably get old real quick. I'll be like, oh, that's so cute. He pushed his little sister off the couch, and then after like the 40th time he does it, I'm gonna be like, that's not funny anymore. Stop doing that.
No, the one day my youngest was just sitting there completely minding his own business, playing with his own toy.
Yeah.
My oldest walks up, pushes him down, and just starts wailing on him. And I'm like, why? What?
Do you have any brothers or sisters, Imstryx?
I do. My brother is 11. So we have a huge
That is a huge age gap.
between me and him. And
Do you guys get along?
yeah, we get along. We
And he
definitely,
kicks your butt in a Fortnite, right?
Yes. Yes, he is much better than me at Fortnite.
That's funny, man.
What else do they do, and what else do they have to do?
I
in
don't think
life?
there is
Right.
anything. School and Fortnite, right?
I wish Fortnite came out when I was in school and I could be good. I could be Booga.
Imstryx, this is what you need to do, okay? Listen, you need to get him. If he's better than you, you be on stream and you be the personality, and you have him kick people's
There's
butts,
skill, yeah.
right? And then you take all the credit for it, and you just split it with him. Like, hey, I'll split. Like,
That's
if we get
exactly what
really
my
good,
cousin's probably gonna do with his kid.
you know.
Like have his kid do the playing, and he just be on cam pretending to play and just
Yeah.
talking and acting like
Yeah,
he's
I'm never-
playing. But meanwhile, the kid's doing the rest.
Bro, if my kid becomes bigger than that, and obviously I'll be like 50 something when he's old enough to start, you know. But I'm totally gonna take advantage of that. I won't put him on camera or anything, but like if he can play better than I can, I'll be like, sit down here, buddy. I'm gonna put the camera on me and talk like I'm playing. And you
Hey,
just
man, if I think about it and play my cards right, I got a whole crew right here.
you have a whole
Yeah,
band.
three of
Like
them.
you should start a band, is
Three
what
of
you
them.
should start.
Dude,
What was
for
that
real.
traveling band? Does anybody remember what the band was? It was a TV show.
Kelly family.
The what?
No.
Kelly family.
It's the
Partridge Family.
Partridge Family. Was it the Partridge Family?
I think it was the Partridge Family. Can anybody confirm that?
Yeah, they
Partridge?
say
Yeah, okay.
Partridge
Partridge Family. Yeah. That's what you need to do, Mike. I mean, Strix, you've almost got a full band too. You know? Obviously, you
I tell
got
you
to.
what, talking about siblings and the dynamics between siblings is very interesting when you throw a third one in the mix, because in our situation, the oldest one considers the youngest one her baby, but the middle one wants nothing to do with the baby.
That is weird.
Scream and be like she's afraid that that baby's gonna hurt her for some reason.
Strix, I'm
Like,
curious
they're getting along a little bit better, but
how.
it's interesting.
And you too, Mike. Like, Strix, how did your older one when you were, because was he old enough to kind of realize what was going on when you had your younger baby? You know what I mean? Like, did he kind of understand? Like, could you sense that he was understanding it, or he was just like too young to really grasp what was going on?
I think he understood what has happened.
Yeah.
However, it did take a while for him to adjust.
Did he like have like a little sign and he was like "Leave baby at bus stop" or something? You know, like and like show like. And
he would- like I said, I think he understood what was going on. However, it took him a while to actually settle in, you know.
you're a biggest.
But once we, you know, once he got a little bit older and my youngest got a little bit older, um, he started to settle in a lot, and they're playing together, and it's great. They're playing together, and it's
That's what really makes a difference whenever they can start playing together. And I think
yeah,
that's really is with us is we just play musical bedrooms because the oldest one's starting kindergarten, so and everything's virtual. So bought her a computer and like we had to put her in a bedroom by herself. So the two older ones are used to being in the room together since before the baby was born. And so
right,
now I put the baby with with Harley Quinn, the middle one who's afraid of the baby. So that's taking some adjusting. But now that the baby's old enough to kind of crawl around and follow him around and want to be involved, she's starting to take to her a little bit more.
right,
And Zoe, when Harley was born, it wasn't really that big of a deal. They're only about a year and a half apart, so Zoe wasn't very aware of what was going on. She was aware that she had a new baby sister and all that, but she wasn't like it wasn't such a hard adjustment. We also had just moved and things like that, so it was a little bit of a different situation than we are now with Harley and the
right.
baby.
Yeah, no, I
With
hear
us
that.
now, with us now, it's just trying to make sure we give enough attention to Harley because it's like the baby gets one-on-one attention, and now Zoe's getting one-on-one attention because she's getting older in the school stuff. So it's like we have to make it a point to go out of our way and spend some time with Harley one-on-one as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like he had to get used to the fact that you know he wasn't uh, the baby anymore. You know, he had some competition. Um, but you know, once he kind of got it, and it started to settle in with all that, he got a lot better. Um, it's just it's just yeah, they had to have that time together, and that's what really started to do it.
So, what are some of your go-to parenting hacks? Like, what is some of the stuff that maybe whenever you first became a parent, like whenever your oldest was born, that you were like, "Whoa, how am I going to do this?" You know, the first few times you do it, everything's rocky, but then now the second time the second kid comes along, you're like, "I got this." Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. We've got the best practices in action. So, what is your best practice?
Oh, I don't know. Like I've figured out how to do a lot of things. Um, kind of like two birds, one stone kind of deal. Like bath time. Like they'll just take baths together because they're too young to You know, they're young and it's quick. I can get them in and out of the tub in like 20 minutes, and they play together too. So, where would if I gave both kids a separate bath, that'd take forever. Um, and I don't know, like the you gotta some stuff just kind of fell into place that made it easier. Like my youngest is huge. He's a very big baby. Um, he wears size 5 diapers, and so does my oldest. They both wear size 5 diapers. Um, so now all I gotta do is buy one box of diapers, and it cures both kids. Um,
Man, that's the greatest when you can buy just one size. You don't have to buy two sizes. We were like that towards the end of Zoe's potty training, and then luckily when the baby was born, Harley was just finishing up potty training, so we don't have to buy 2 sets of diapers now. But yeah, it gets better whenever you don't have to buy like 2 separate sizes diapers for sure.
Well, that kind of happened with my firstborn. Um, he is very allergic to a lot of things. More or less skin based stuff. So like scented stuff, he breaks out. Uh, yeah, scented stuff, anything that just isn't specific, he'll break out in. And this was a problem because we couldn't even get through one pack because it would change too. So he'd be good in Love's diapers, and we get him Love's diapers, and then 2 weeks later he's breaking out from the Love's diapers. Now we got to change these diapers, and then change, and now he's finally settled out. But he it used to be quite the conundrum with him because we couldn't stock any diapers. We'd have to buy as we went because we just never knew. I'm not gonna sink, $50 into diapers and then have to turn all those diapers back. But I mean, he's gotten better now, but definitely from before it was a little rough with the whole diaper scenario. But that's just
Yeah, for sure. And babies, man, babies have sensitive skin to begin with, but sometimes, some babies have more sensitive skin. My kids have pretty sensitive skin. They my the poor Zoe, she's allergic to bugs. And I live in South Louisiana where there's bugs. So we have to be quite careful.
no, I hear that. What the hell was I gonna say? Yeah, every new parent that comes up to me and there's like, what should I get for my kid? Or people that are like going to a baby shower and are like, what should I buy for these people? And I'm like, anything that has to do with free and clear.
Yeah,
Just don't.
absolutely. No scented nothing.
And do not, under any circumstances, buy newborn stuff. That's just don't. Just don't.
No. And
especially
then like
with like
you have 2 boys, but with girls, no scented wipes. No such thing as a scented wipe in this house. Nothing but females here. But scented things, especially with babies and tender parts, it's just not. They don't work out. It's a good
Right.
idea. The idea is there, but it doesn't work out.
Yeah, I don't. We were just able to switch from free and clear clothes detergent. We were just able to now switch from that, so that's been nice. But yeah, no, it's definitely just general, just free and clear. And if you're buying for a newborn, 0 to 3, that's the best I can say.
I tell you what, none of my kids wore newborn for. I mean, I think Ivy was the only one that wore anything newborn, and it was only for like a week. I have big babies too, so
yeah, my oldest, he wore newborn for 2 days, and then 0 to 3.
They're so adorable in those newborn.
Oh, yeah, my girlfriend had these nice, cute outfits for the kids, and she, she went time, she ordered these clothes, she was real big into it, and
A new station alert has arrived.
oh,
and then
well, that was my weather alert on my phone.
And then my youngest, he was too fat. He couldn't fit none of them. Like
Ivy's popping out of her little zip up night her little what do you call it, pajamas?
Oh my god,
fitty pajamas. We can't put them in her. Like she's 10 months, 9 months.
Yeah,
9 months.
My
and
youngest,
she's wearing 18-month clothes.
Yeah, that's it with my youngest too. He's wearing he could wear the same clothes that his brother does.
Wow.
I'm like, dude, you were huge. You need to stop eating.
my
He-
job,
They never
I
stop
go to all
eating,
these
though.
different places,
They never stop
you know,
eating.
in different people's houses and such. And it's like every time I have a client that has a baby, it's like, oh, you know, how old is your kid? And they're like, oh, he's 16 months, and the kid's like half my kid's size, and I'm like,
Right. Like,
is your kid
what?
small or is my kid big? Like, which one is
Yeah.
it? What's going on here?
Which
and
side
my
of the
kid-
spectrum am I on?
Yeah,
Yeah, my youngest is in the 80th percentile for weight. Yeah, he's
Nice.
huge. But
I think mine's in like the 90 something.
but my youngest, he would just suck up anything. If it's
Oh,
food
dude.
and it's not bolted to the ground, he's sucking it up.
Ivy decided she doesn't want baby food anymore, so it's only big people food for her now. So
Do you
my
do
my
you
son
grind it up
Skip-
in a blender or do you just feed it to her straight?
I mean, I don't give her anything that she can't chew or swallow. So
Yeah.
I got you.
You know,
What were you saying,
but,
Strix?
like-
He skipped it. He skipped baby food.
Wow,
Like, I mean,
really?
he had a few jar. I mean, I got probably
yeah.
100. I got probably 100 cups of baby food in there.
Isn't
He's
it great when
never
you
gonna-
like buy a lot and prepare for something, and then the kid's like, "Nah, I'm good.
No more.
I
Right.
don't need it."
he loves these ravioli bowls, like not ravioli, but like the
Oh, like
Bowls.
the little Chef Boyardee bowls, right?
yes.
My
You
kids don't
can't
like
feed-
those.
You can't feed it to him fast enough. He yells at you because you're not shoveling it in his mouth.
Dude, my kid does that, like feeding him baby food. I'll feed him, and he just starts going, nah, 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 and he just starts sticking his hands and everything else in there. And I'm like, hold on, I'm trying to scoop a little more in the spoon. And I don't want too much because, and then you go to feed him, and he's had his mouth open the whole time. And then as soon as you're like, all right, open your mouth, he's like,
Ivy likes to backhand the spoon. Pow! Food goes everywhere.
Yeah, no, he don't miss a beat. When
Bro.
there's food out, he is on top of you. He's like, I want some.
Ravioli
what it
bowls
is.
too. That sounds awful to clean up. Like if a mishap happens.
Oh, it's not really hard to clean up because it goes all into his mouth. So barely
Like a little shop
anything.
back over there.
Yeah, barely anything
Oh,
gets
man.
barely anything gets missed with him, and it's like fries, chicken nuggets. Don't even worry about it; they're gone.
Oh man, my other kids, the two oldest, will like forget their plate of something on their little table, and here Ivy will come along, and she's starting to where she'll stand up and like hold on to stuff and walk around it and stuff, and she'll walk around the table just taking their food. Like I don't care what it is, I'm gonna eat this ramen right here. Nom, nom, nom. Don't matter what it is, she wants it.
Right,
wants to be in it.
Well,
that's for sure.
I hate to. You guys are more than welcome to go on and keep going. My wife has to go to the hospital. So I don't know exactly what's going on. She just says something in her neck's hurting. So I have to like watch my son, but be quarantined too. And
Yeah,
so
that's rough.
I don't think I'm going to be very good to you, very podcasty, hosty to you guys.
Yeah,
trying
man,
to
I
do
mean,
all
if
that.
I- we're being honest,
wrap up here because
need to
it's
wrap up as well.
already 0-0 night.
What was the I forget this every damn time.
Okay,
10
what
words or
was it?
less. 10 words or less. Streaming and parenting. What was it?
10 words.
Wekizz, you remember?
Yeah.
How can we forget this every time?
Every time we forget it.
Okay,
Just say it in
What's your
10
favorite thing
words
about
or less.
That's
streaming
it.
and parenting in 10 words or less?
I mean, if you can't do it 10 words or less, we understand. We're not going to like boot you
More,
out.
like, I don't think
Strix.
anybody's done it in 10 words or less.
No, I think it's hard. Yeah, so basically, what's your favorite thing about parenting? What's your favorite thing about streaming?
Streaming is the interaction. I just love meeting people. That's it. I love playing games and meeting people. That's it. I love it. Parenting is watching my kids grow. Watching them learn new things. I love it. It's watching my son do something he didn't know how to do 2 days ago. That is crazy. Watching my youngest just learn how to walk.
And it's like
Like,
no matter how little it is, you
no matter, he says a new word, and I'm like head over heels.
Yeah.
Like, it's
That's
just
it. It's watching them become little people.
yeah,
Right.
And it's like
That's-
you get that realization.
like holy
One
crap.
day it's like, bam, whoa, you're what?
You're gonna be
saying
like
full
me one
sentences
day.
now?
You're gonna be like me one day,
Right.
but like
What
hopefully
is
better.
this?
right, yeah, better than me, please.
Hopefully better than me. I hope.
Don't have kids at 22. No.
Yes, indeed.
No, I love my kids. And they've definitely pushed me to be better and to grow, and I think I've done a pretty damn good job of it, and I think I've done a pretty good job of raising them thus far. So
Hey man, they're still alive, so I think that's like half, right? Like
It's like
50%.
gotta be like
Right, yeah,
75%,
that's-
right?
right, I won't
least.
know. I won't know for at least another
Bless you, Wekizz.
15 years
Thank you. Sorry.
if
'Cause
I
they're right.
really screwed up or not. So
Yeah, right. You won't know till later on, till it's too late. You're like, oh shit, I did something wrong.
right,
Too late
yeah,
now.
Mhm. That's something you constantly, or at least my wife and I, we talk about how we constantly think about, all the ways that our parents screwed us up, even though they weren't trying to.
Right.
And we're like trying to
Right.
not screw our kids up, but it's like, have we already begun the process of screwing our kids up
Is
in
it
our
too
own proprietary
late?
way?
Is it too
You know?
late? Yeah.
It's gonna happen no matter what.
Right.
All parents screw their kids up somehow, some way.
Yeah.
It's just
And even if you
a
don't
part of life,
do
right?
what your parents did, you'll find new ways to screw up. So your kids can be
something's
like,
gonna happen.
I'm not
Right,
going to
yeah,
do
I'm
what.
not- yeah, I'm not gonna be the way my mom was, but
Right. But you'll
I'm
have
gonna
new
be my own
ways of
special.
screwing your kid up.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's got
Boom.
their own proprietary flavor of bullshit.
Well, Strix, man, thank you so much for coming on, dude. It's been a pleasure. I am so sorry about all the leavings and such, but as we are parents, we know how it is.
Oh yeah, no, we all know how it is. But no, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure,
fun.
buddy. So thank you so much for coming on, Mike. Thank you for coming on. Wekizz, always
sir.
the stream wizard, my main man. Thank you, and thank you,
Nice to be
chat.
here.
Yeah, I'm so glad. I really love being here with you guys. I feel like this is a little brotherhood, and we get to like show all these people to everybody, and like they get to know them, and hopefully they get to go to their streams and improve them and grow with them, and we all get to grow together. And chat,
Right.
obviously, thank you guys because you're the real reason we do this, because we want you guys to, come in and chat with us and have fun and chat with each other and ask questions and interact and just
Yeah.
take a break for a while, maybe an hour or two, to being a parent. Just take a break and just relax, have some conversations.
Everybody needs to breathe.
That's right.
Let's raid the Rightful Ranger.
Yeah, Wrathful
the
Ranger.
newest-
Wrathful Ranger,
the
yeah.
the newest dad, because
There
Dave
we
Morty
go.
we raided 2 times in a row, and Raffle Ranger is at 1 viewer only.
Oh God,
so
did he just get off though?
Let's destroy him.
Destroy him.
Throw him with viewers. Okay, let's do it. All right, boys and girls, thank you
Ladies and
again
dirtbags.
Buddy.
so much. I bid you adieu,
Let's
and
drop some energy.
let's drop some energy, like Wiki said, some POT attacks on Wrathful.
All right.
Be sure to follow if you didn't follow him.
Yep, follow
I will
Strix.
follow as soon. I didn't follow him, so I will click follow together with everybody.
Yeah,
And
make sure
follow
you
Strix,
guys
There we
of
go.
course.
check him
Yeah.
out. He's an awesome Fortnite player. I've watched him plenty of times, and he's really good at talking with chat and everything. You know what I mean? Which is not
Yeah.
a lot of people do, but he does. He likes to interact with people and talk to them. All right,
That's
here we
something
go.
I wish I was better at. So
You get there, bro. You get there, man.
raid away.
All right, here we go, bros.
Let's send it.
It's
And
ascending.
He went be right back.
Oh
Ah.
no, did he really? Should I stop it? Should I cancel it?
No, I don't think you can.
Okay. It says like
once we're raiding, we're raiding.
we're raiding. All right, all right. Here we go, people.
Let's raid it. Let's explode his chat.
Let's
while
make it
he's back,
so-
he will be like,
Exactly. Let's just make him come back to a crazy amount of people. All right, here we go, boys.
Blown up.
Raiding.
There you
I know, right?
Boom.
leave.
Should be right back.
Oh my God, he is.
That's funny.
He will need to be right back again.
I know, right? Strix, for real, thank you so much for chatting with us, brother. It's been a pleasure, man.
Hey, I'm glad to be here.
Mike,
Yeah, man. Thanks for hanging out.
yeah, Mike and
Sorry I had to
Wekizz.
dip and going mobile and all that.
Yeah,
Uh,
crazy
Luckily,
shit.
my wife came home and I was able to say, "Hey, let me duck out for a minute, baby."
Next,
She's not very happy about it.
next Wekizz is probably going to have an emergency. I hope Wekizz is going to have emergency. Otherwise, he's going to be the most dependable of all of us.
Yeah, I feel like every week I'm like in and out, in and out, in and out. I don't think I've done a full episode yet.
Wekizz is like a rock.
That's
like
it.
a- He's
No,
like our-
my youngest one is usually sleeping, so it's the deepest sleep for him. And when he wakes up, my wife takes care of him.
That's
If I
awesome.
would need to, I would need to go 2 times this stream if I would go.
Yeah. Well,
He
typically
woke up.
Saturdays are like my day to not have any parenting duties. But those have been taken up with work lately. But my wife started her new job this week, and I had to give the babysitter an extra day off. So I had to take a day off of
Nice.
work and be a dad today.
Well, that's what I got to go do. I got to take care of this little guy. Thankfully, he's been quiet. I am so surprised that he's been this quiet.
yeah,
It's
I'm probably
freaking me out a
gonna
little bit.
Go get some food and start up my stream. To be honest with you.
Cool, brother. Well, hopefully,
Fortnite or something.
I hope to
Hey
pop
man, does
in.
anybody else use the app, the Twitch app, to watch streams often?
I do only on my phone, obviously, just like
Yeah.
Phone
phone
at
or
work.
Like, man, mine is like every
Thank you, Alpha
stream.
Mouse.
later.
Well-
Later, Strix. Appreciate you, brother.
Hey man, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, no problem.
Bye.
See you guys later.